Hello, Forge fans. Welcome to my city. I'm creating this video because I don't like to text. I have 5 relatively new players who've asked to be on my friend list. Instead of writing to them, I'm creating this video and I will write to all 5 of them in one thread, and I'll present the video and then they can respond to it. So I want to introduce them first to who I am as a player and to the city I've created here. As you can see, it's Iron Age. It has 4 butchers, 4 goat farms, 10 buildings that produce goods, and a bunch of great buildings. So first, let's see how long have I been playing this game. We go to the profile, and in the profile, we click on FOE Fan Club, and it says that I've been playing this game for 10 days. So this is the 11th game that I started this world. Not bad. So in this world, I'm just going through the list. My first great building was the Oracle of Delphi, level 7. Most of the forge points that brought it up to level 7 were donated by my guildmates, and that is a huge boost. The next is my, I misclicked, Tower of Babel, but I should have wanted to present the Zeus. The Tower of Babel is at level 4, and it gives me additional population, which means I have to put down fewer resident buildings, and it gives me goods every 24 hours. And that's how you can see what each great building gives you. So now let's go to my Zeus. And my Zeus is giving me 30% attack boost, which is very important, especially early in the game. And it's at level 10. And the reason it's at level 10, the first 10 levels, you get 3% boost in your attack. At the 11th level, and from then on, you only get 1% every 2 levels. So you get half of 1%. Not a good investment of your forge points to increase the levels of your great building when all the others' great buildings are at low levels. The following great building that I constructed, I believe, was my lighthouse. The lighthouse is a very critical building in the beginning of the game because it boosts your production of supplies. You produce supplies, coins, goods, forge points, and friends. Again, most of the forge points donated to enable me to level up my great building, in this case the lighthouse, were donated by my guildmates, who in the guild that I'm in are very, very generous to new members who just starting out. I say that as a recruiting pitch. Next is the Tor, Tower of Relic. Usually I don't get it up to level 5, but 5 is obviously better than 4. Usually 3 is where I leave it at, because I save my forge points for other great buildings. However, once again, I had no idea that my guild members were donating forge points to my GB at such large numbers. As you can see, I added 1 forge point at this level, not knowing that my guildmates were being so generous. Okay. Actually, prior to the lighthouse and the Tor was the observatory. The observatory is a great building that, strictly speaking, aids the guild. It gives 2 benefits. It boosts the defensive power of the guild when the guild is engaged in fighting where its own defensive power is actually being counted, like in guild versus guild. And it provides goods on a daily basis to the guild treasury. And that's very critical, especially since the format of the guild's battleground, where in order to erect buildings in a guild campaign in battleground, you need to use the goods that the treasury of the guild has. And the way the treasury gets it is the members donate each day, and the members can donate goods in one of 2 ways: by selecting the goods from their own treasury and donating it, or by constructing great buildings or other buildings that provide goods directly to the treasury. The OBS is one of them. So now that we've got the Oracle of Delphi, the Zeus, the Babel, the observatory, the OBS for short, the Lighthouse of Alexandria, LOA, the Tor done. The next 2 buildings which are very critical as a great building are the Ark and the Chateau. My Ark is at level 8, and because the benefit that it gives goes directly to the guild in terms of goods, and it promotes the boost of rewards for me contributing forge points to other great buildings of other players. The best level to bring your Ark to is level 80, because at level 80 the Ark gives you a 90% bonus on top of whatever reward you get for collecting one of the top 5 spots on other great buildings. And what do I mean? Well, let's go back and look. Here you see my number 1 spot. If I click here, you see the reward that he gets. Okay, so when I complete this level, Z will get 95 forge points. He will get medals and he will get 3 blueprints for my building. However, Z will also get a percentage bonus on top of the 95 forge points, because Z's own arc is very high level. Let's go look at it. Don't get confused by how great a city he's got. Just have to find where his arc is. Here we go. So Z's arc is at level 150. At level 150, he gets, if my eyes can see, 97% boost. So for the most part, Z spent a lot of forge points bringing his arc from level 80 to level 150. That's 70 levels, to give you an idea. And that's only for that 7% increment. So if you see, to go from level 150 to 151, Z needs to spend 31,539 forge points. I think to go to level 80 is fewer than 30,000 forge points. So to get a boost from 0 to 90, he spent, I think, about 20 to 25,000 forge points. I've never calculated it. I'm sure I can find out the answer to that. But Z decided to spend an additional 30,000 to get a fraction of 1%. That's his choice. Since I've only been playing for 10 days, I'm not going to do that. I think Z is probably earning more than 500 forge points a day easily, if not 1,000. It depends how he plays. But those things are possible. On the 10th day, I'm only earning probably less than 100 a day, but possibly because of events like GE or Guild Battleground, I'm actually earning per day maybe more than 100. The other day, I picked up 170 forge points by completing in Guild Expedition encounters. Not all of them. I think I went from 30 to 55 or something like that. But anyway, by the time I completed all those encounters, in my bar I had 170 forge points. Okay, let's get back to my city. So anyway, so you've seen my city, parts of it. There's a lot more to show. I don't want to show it right now. It's good to have me as a friend because I have access to a lot of resources that you can probably use. However, to be a friend, I require people to aid and motivate and sit in my tavern. So here's my tavern. And you can see my tavern, it's only new, relatively new. to increase the level of the floor, I need to unlock it. It cost me at this level to increase it by 20%. It cost me 1,000, and then the next level is 2,000, and so on. And what we're talking about are here on the left side, Tavern Silver. For me to expand, to upgrade, to get the next level, to be able to have 12 chairs, I need to spend 8,000 Tavern Silver, and I only have 3,252. Each time somebody sits on a chair, that amount will increase when I collect it. So if I wait till all 10 people are sitting down, I will have something, instead of 300 show up right there, I will have about 700 or 800 Tavern Silver. I would like to collect from each person every day. So let's see how many friends do I have. So you see, these are 4 people. There used to be 5. One of them gave up. Okay, maybe gave up on the game, or gave up on hearing from me, but then they never spoke to me, and that's okay. But these are all the friends I have. I can have a maximum of 140. And I actually have 136 at the moment, including myself. So when the number reaches 141, it's 140 friends and myself, I cannot add any more. Then I have to delete someone in order to add someone else. And that's why I'm creating this video, so I can qualify the people who I add, so I don't have to delete them later on. So a requirement is that you sit in my tavern and you motivate. Now, when you motivate, and I'll show you how that's done, you click on a person and you see the star here. It's grayed out because I've already motivated this person. So let's take a quick look. So everybody in my guild, all 35 people, have been already motivated because there's a 0. But between my neighbors and my friends, whom I have 135, I can, so I'm just going to go to one of my neighbors. And let's go to the top one. I click, that's me, the next guy. I can click here and aid, or what I can do is visit their city, and then I have the option of either polishing or motivating each individual building or decoration. So this person has already been aided, so both the motivate and the polish are grayed out. So I have to go find someone else. So let's go and visit this person. And you see the motivate and polish have lit up. So what I do is, let's say I want to motivate. Every building that can be motivated has a star appearing on top of it. And if I want to polish, there's a star appearing Now, obviously, there's a lot fewer stars. See, there's one right here in the center. I just put it in the center. Right there, it's a tree. Now, a polish is effective for 12 hours. It doubles the happiness level that that particular ornament or building actually provides you with. Okay? If you motivate, that's effective for 24 hours. And whether you motivate or you polish, you double the production. So if it's production in terms of supplies, they will get twice as much. If it's coins, they will get twice as much until they collect. However, that person cannot return and do it again for 24 hours. So let's give this person, I was going to give him some supplies, but I don't see a supplies bill. Oh, here we go. Supplies buildings. I believe this is a supplies building. Okay? And you see those two options have been grayed out. Anyway, so now we're back to my city. So I can go and check in going to my event history and see which people sat in my chair in my tavern. You see here, this person did. And that's what their tavern looks like. This is a full 16-chair tavern with all the trimmings. That means he's got a tablecloth, he's got a floor, he's got a tray, which boosts the production of what those things actually do for that person. He's at the maximum, and that's where I need to be, and I will probably be there in a month and a half from now. Now, why is that tavern important? Because the tavern has a shop, and in the shop I can buy things with that tavern silver that enhance my productivity. And these are the three categories you can buy. So, having said all that, having explained that I have a decent city for someone who's been playing for 10 days, you're more than welcome to ask me questions, but I recommend you join my guild if you really want to learn how to play the game or get some tips from me. And now I'm just going to end this video. Thank you very much.